Hi, I'm Paul Sharp. I'm here at D'Addario, and I'm from the University of North Carolina School of the Arts. I am here to show you how to hold the German bow. Simplest way to do this is take your hand, nice and loose, make this shape, put the bow right in that fleshy, webby part of your hand, the end of the bow, just like that, and hold it for a few moments, just down at your side. Incredibly relaxed and light. Okay? Once you've found that comfortable position, the next thing I'm going to have you do is take your middle finger, position it right on that little silver lining on your frog. Not all frogs have that. It's basically the line between the wood of the stick and the black of the frog. Position your middle finger right there. It's nice and rounded, nice and curled. Okay? What I want you to do now is to raise and lower the bow using that middle finger. Boom. Just raise it to horizontal and hold it there for a second. You can see how nicely curved that finger is and how that middle finger really helps to just support the bow in the hand. The next thing I want you to do is to kind of help that third finger and make sure it doesn't have to carry all of the weight of the bow. Slide in the first finger right behind it. Okay? You can raise and lower the bow that way as well. I want you to notice something at this stage, that this arm and hand and wrist is quite straight. A common problem with young bass players learning this bow hold is that, as I say, raise and lower it, they do this kind of raise and lower from their wrist, which is not what I'm after and is uncomfortable after a while. So you're really trying to raise and lower it with the hand so that your wrist remains quite straight with the hand in a very comfortable position, like you might see if you were just, again, standing in line at the bank or something like that. Boom. Okay? Raise and lower. Okay? Next step would be to position the pinky. Pinky for me goes on the bottom of the ferrule. You can see that in my hands, it's very curved. Other people who have perhaps smaller hands position it so that it's on the side of the pinky rather than on the tip. Every hand is a little different, so sometimes you have to, make that choice. So finally, the thumb goes on top of the stick. I like to reach around just a little bit so that I'm not right smack dab on the top, but I am actually kind of reaching over. Again, here's where hand shapes and sizes differ. I have a long thumb. Some people may only be able to make it comfortable if it's slightly on the side like this. They get this downward pressure and downward weight of the arm basically into the top of the bass from a little action from the first finger and the thumb. All right? Got to experiment a little bit. Or some people just from the thumb. There are a lot of varieties of bow hold, but these principles work great. If I take my hand away, you can see a nice C shape. Everything's rounded. Boom. All right? Gary Carr, the famous double bass player, talks about cradling the bow. He's a German bow player, and he thinks of not a bow hold or a bow grip, but a bow cradle, which is a nice, gentle way to think of how you need to hold this bow. All right? That's the German bow hold.